Chelsea's minus 143 at Stamford Bridge, hosting Milan 4-1. The draw here is plus 280. The Blues coming off a less than convincing win against Crystal Palace, I think we could say. And, maybe I'm a little biased because we adore that Palace side, but they fell behind and we're able to scrap it back. This will be Graham Potter's second Champions League game in charge. It's a big step up for them after they drew with Salzburg. Milan's 5-2-1 in Serie A, 16 goals for, 9 against, 14.3 expected goals for, 7 expected goals against. Their 6.9 expected goals against is the third best in Serie A, but like we said a lot of times during these European shows, Serie A is trending down as a league. It's already down, trending down. Anthony, I know you like Chelsea here. I can't get there. I like Milan. I like until this Chelsea team puts it together, and I do think that they will, like I said on the Premier League pod, until they show some kind of resounding form, it's a little tough. I think 4-1 on Milan is a fine number, even on the road.
Yeah, I didn't originally plan on playing this, but the injury crisis for Milan is really bad now. Theo Hernandez out, that provides a ton of attacking width for them. He's also supplements an underwhelming attack otherwise. You're looking across the board now. Mike Maignan injured during the international break. Excellent shot-stopping goalie. A major reason why Milan's defense overperformed last year was Maignan. He's gone. David Calabria, another right back. Alexis Salamaker, Simon Kjær, all injured against in Saturday's miracle win against Empoli, where if you had the under, I am so sorry because it was 0-0. And then there were 4 goals in the last 15 minutes and 3 in stoppage time. Just awful. But generally speaking here, I think this Milan team continues to be overrated. The market is pricing these two teams much closer than I think they are. And I think this is kind of similar to last year. I know Chelsea is not as dominant as they were at this point last year. But remember, they got an overrated Juventus team in their group, and they were minus 180, 185 at home. Now they're, looking, you could look around minus 130, 135 out there. I like Chelsea at those numbers. I think it's a little short. I think that they didn't look great in terms of being effective in attack against neither Salzburg nor Palace, but you can start to see the building blocks of what is getting there. And I think they're going to be a good buy low in the coming time, because if you look at 538's SPI ratings, they actually have these two teams pretty comparable. 81 for Chelsea, 79 for Milan. I think the gap's bigger. I just think the gap's bigger between England and Spain, or England and Italy. So give me the Blues at home.
You're going to join Anthony here, but you think it could just be a
Yeah, I think it could. I might play Chelsea -1, just take a bigger price, just because I agree with him. It's the injury crisis for AC Milan. I believe Graham Potter showed some stuff after Crystal Palace went up 1-0 to start to dominate possession, especially what they did against Salzburg after going down. They really dominated that match. And I really, what I truly believe is that AC Milan, just for whatever reason, they just suck in the Champions League. They're going back through the entire group stage last season and even through this season, the only good match they put together is at home against Zagreb, where they won the match 3-1. Yeah, they're just really not that good in the Champions League. If we want to do transitive properties, each team has played Salzburg. Well, Chelsea beat them 1.5 to 0.2 on XG. Milan lost to them on XG and did not look good against them either. So, yeah, I might be playing Chelsea -1. Anthony made a good point about the Juventus match. Well, Chelsea obliterated Juventus in that match. I believe they won it 3-4-0, just absolutely dominated them. So yeah, I think this is another situation where the injuries are going to add up, especially with Hernandez and right backs being out, the way that Graham Potter uses wing backs. They're going to have a field day. Reece James is going to have a field day in this match. So I'm probably going to be on Chelsea -1. I'll be kind of monitoring the market throughout the week, see if there's maybe a little bit of dip on Chelsea. I don't know if we'll see it, but as soon as the market starts to trend up, I'm going to try to grab it before we get out of reach here.
Yeah, and there's I've thought about that too, what you said about the Champions League and how they've struggled now. It's probably random variance. Quality of competition definitely matters. You go look at how Milan played the top teams in the league last year. They were an average team against those teams in Italy too. But I also think it's interesting. There's not a lot of pressing relatively in Italy compared to the other leagues, even, of course, Germany and England, but even Spain. So I think that's interesting on how they react to that. Their midfield maybe doesn't get much time on the ball. Their defenders get a little more exposed, and there's just less space for their attackers to exploit, especially somebody like Liao. And they don't really have a striker that's under the age of 35 that's still effective. So it's
Zlatan's out, by the way, people.
Right. So yeah, I'm not sure what to make of Milan. They're now rated by 538 as the best team in Italy. I disagree. I think they're closer to fourth. I think you can make the case that Roma, Inter, and Napoli are all better. So otherwise, I like Chelsea at home here.